Hello there, welcome or welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is Samantha and this is my channel where I talk all about books. Anyway, I haven't filmed a sit down video in about 2 months because school, but here we are. I'm doing a filming day today and I'm going to film a lot of things, hopefully. And I think this is the first of those that you're seeing. If not, oh well. If you're new here and you don't know anything about me, first of all, hello and welcome. I am in my final year of university at the moment and I had a lot of deadlines in March. So yeah, basically most of February, March was just devoted to that and also just university stress. So yeah, I didn't really feel like filming anything, but I'm officially finished classes, which is super exciting. And now I just have to get through my assessments. I do have a lot of stuff still going on, but I should hopefully have more time for reading and hopefully maybe more time for booktube. We'll see. Anyway, with that being said, because it is now April and the hell month that was March is over, I'm planning to do a lot of reading in April. I also have committed myself to many things. I have a lot of books to read in April, so I'm going to film an April TBR video. But actually the main reason I'm filming this video is because I'm going to be taking part in the Linguathon, which is being hosted by Noelle from Noelle 7 Pages, aka one of the loves of my life, and Annie from Annie McNulty, and I will link the announcement videos that they posted down below so that you can check it out. Readathon is going for the whole month of April, so you have plenty of time to take part, and I really want to take part in this readathon because it was one of my goals to take part in 5 readathons in the year, and so far I've only taken part in 1, I think, which was in January. I was taking part, but it was kind of low-key, and that was the what was called New Year Bookworm. It was called the Bookworm New Year's Readathon, which was hosted by Noelle as well and a couple of other people. So I took part in that and I haven't taken part in anything since. So I thought it's about time. That's a lot of rambling. I have 10 books on my TBR, which is a lot, especially considering the fact that I think I've only read 10 books in February and March combined. I say only, that's still a lot considering, you know, university, but yeah. I think it's a lot to do in 1 month, especially because one of the books is 800 pages, but it's fine. Anyway, I'm going to start off with the Linguathon TBR in case that's what you're here for and you don't care about the rest. So I'll just get that out of the way. So I'm going to be on Team Polyglot, which is the one that Noelle is running. But yeah, I really liked these challenges. And also I knew that I would be able to read books for it that have been on my TBR forever. So that's what we're doing. So the first challenge is to read an Asian novel in translation. And for that one, I'm going to be reading Before the Coffee Gets Cold by Toshikazu Kawaguchi. I'm really sorry if I pronounced that wrong. I'm trying, and I think that's how I've always heard it, but if it's wrong, let me know. I don't really know that much about it. All I know is that it features a cafe where you can time travel, but there are like a bunch of rules to do with this. And one of the rules is that once you have transported back in time, you have to complete whatever you're doing before your cup of coffee gets cold. I've actually already started reading this. I started reading this last night, which was March 31st, so technically a little bit early. It's fine. I didn't read very much of it. I did start reading it last night and I'm enjoying it so far. So I'm really excited to continue on with that. I also got it from the library, so I need to prioritize this one because it needs to go back sooner than all of the rest of the books I'm going to talk about. So yes, this is the first book on my TBR and the first book for the Linguathon. The next challenge is to read a book with a bilingual protagonist. And for this one, I'm actually not 100% sure, but I'm assuming that the protagonist is bilingual, and that is With the Fire on High by Elizabeth Acevedo. If I'm wrong, please correct me and I'll try and find something else to go on there. But in Clapping Land and The Poet X, the characters were bilingual, so I'm assuming that it's the same situation in With the Fire on High. And I have the audiobook of this that I've been meaning to read for ages. Like, I think I got it in the summer and I just really haven't been listening to a lot of audiobooks. So yeah, I'm really excited to get to this one, especially because it deals with a teen mother, which I haven't read a lot of books which feature teen moms. And also I know that this has a lot of stuff to do with cooking, and this isn't something I talk about a lot on here, but I am obsessed with cooking. I honestly would love to just cook all day, every day. But like, not be a chef. I just mean like cook for fun, because I feel like once you turn something into a job, then you like lose all of your love for it. Anyway, but yeah, so I'm really excited to get to this one. Also, I loved both of the other books I read by Elizabeth Acevedo, so I'm really excited to finally read the last one by her that I haven't read, and hopefully then she comes out with something really soon. And the last challenge for the Linguathon is to read a historical fiction in translation, and this is honestly the perfect challenge because I have had this book on my TBR since 2017, which is a long time, and I keep on putting it on my list of like books I'm gonna read this year, and I never get to it. So now I'm finally actually gonna read it this month, and I better, otherwise I'm gonna be so mad. That is The Shadow of the Wind by Carlos Ruiz Zafón. I know nothing about this book apart from the fact that it's historical fiction, and I believe it has stuff to do with like, oh, it's like, this is the first book in like the Cemetery of Forgotten Books series or trilogy, I think, and basically it's like about books that have like gone missing. Yeah, I really don't know a lot about it, but my friend Evie recently read this, and when she was at like the halfway point, she was like, oh, have you read this? This is pretty slow. But then when it got to the ending, she was like, oh, actually this was like really worth it. So yeah, I'm really excited to get to this one really soon. This book's actually pretty funny because I hauled this book back in 2017, which was before I went to university, and I remember saying in the video like, oh, I know that this book is set in Barcelona and that's where I want to study abroad, and my plans just changed so much from then. Like, if you are new here and you don't know, sorry to all the people who have been here before. I studied abroad in Mexico, so yeah, it was just funny, like looking back on that video and being like, that's not what happened at all. Anyway, oh, I didn't say that this book was translated from Spanish. So yeah, I'm really interested to read just more translated work because I've been doing a lot of translation in my degree this year, more so than in previous years. So yeah, I'm excited to see it now that I know a little bit more about like the process of translation from doing it myself. If you don't know, I study Spanish and Latin American studies. So yeah. Anyway, so yeah, those are the 3 books on my Linguathon TBR, and I wish I could say that those were all of the books I'm planning to read this month because this one is kind of chunky, but no, I have 7 more books to talk about, so let's try and get through them pretty quickly. Okay, so the next 2 books I have to talk about are for book clubs. So the first one that I have to read in the month is The Toll by Neil Schusterman. This is for the Scythe Along, which is a read along I'm hosting with Noelle and Mel from the Bookish Mel. The Scythe live show is already up. The Thunderhead one might not be up by the time this video goes up because we had to postpone it because I was ill. This one we haven't decided a date for yet, but we will be talking about this book at some point in April. So yeah, if you haven't caught up yet, you have plenty of time to pick up the first book and the second book and finish off the trilogy with us. It's gonna be so much fun because I know that this book is an interesting one. So I'm really excited to hear everyone's thoughts on this book in particular. So yeah. Oh, if you don't know, this is the 3rd book in the Arc of a Scythe trilogy, which is my favorite trilogy of all time, probably, which is basically set in this utopian society where people can't die anymore. In order to control population, there are these people called scythes who glean people, which basically means kill people. And yeah, there's a bunch of corruption in the scythedom, and that's basically all I want to tell you because I feel like I don't want to spoil anything. So just pick it up if you haven't already. It's fantastic. But yeah, this is another book that I need to get to in the month. And another book club book that I have to read is Crescent City, or it's actually called House of Earth and Blood, but in my head it's Crescent City because everybody calls it that. But yeah, this is by Sarah J Maas, the first book in the Crescent City series, trilogy, I don't know what it is. All I know is that this is an urban fantasy series that so many people are obsessed with, especially Daijah from Daijah's Book World, and I trust Daijah's opinions, so I'm excited to get to it, but I'm also nervous because I've heard so many mixed things, and also this is an 800-page book for the first book in a series, which is just crazy. I'm like, Sarah, what are you doing? Anyway, this book is for the Best Books Club, which is run by Kassie from Sassy Kassie. And this one was actually accidental. I accidentally signed up to the live show because I thought she was talking about something else. She was like, do you want to be in the live show? And I thought she was talking about a different live show for some reason. So I was like, sure. And then turns out it was for this book, which is fine because I'm excited to read this. And this is actually another book that was on my list at the beginning of the year that I made of 10 books to read this year. So yes, it's good that I finally have to read this because I feel like I'm just going to keep on putting this off forever. So yeah, that live show is going to be on April 17th on Cassie's channel, so I'll link her channel down below. I'll obviously link everyone who I've mentioned so far down below. So yeah, those are some more book club books. And then I have 3 more books which I'm definitely going to be reading, and those are these 3. They're actually for a Secret TBR video, so you don't get to see what they are, but just know that there are 3 more books on my TBR. And then I also have 2 library books which I want to get to. The first one is When No One Is Watching by Alyssa Cole. This is a thriller about gentrification, I believe, and I've just heard a lot of people talking about this, and I put a hold on this book in January and it only just got approved like a week ago, but now I need to get to it before my loan runs out because otherwise I'm gonna be waiting for like another 3 months. I got the audiobook of this from the library and I'm really excited to get to it. And the last one that I got from the library is actually like, it's a big old maybe, but it is The Last Time I Lied by Riley Sager. I heard Mare from Mare Reads talking about this. She actually put it in a recommendation video, and I've been meaning to get more into thrillers, and I thought that I wouldn't be able to deal with Riley Sager's books because they all just sounded very spooky, but she said that they actually aren't that bad. So I'm gonna give one a go, and I thought The Last Time I Lied sounded like the most manageable for me potentially. So yeah, this one's a maybe. If I don't get to it, it's not a big deal because I know that there isn't a wait for it or anything. So if I miss it, I can just check it out again. It won't be a big deal. I am trying to get more into thrillers, so I'm gonna give it a go and we'll see how it goes. And then I promise this is the last book, and this one is definitely a maybe. I just want to get to this soon because it's by an indie author who I adore, so I want to support her like really close to the release if I can. But that is The Anti-Relationship Year by Katie Wismer. If you haven't heard me talk about Katie before, she is actually a booktuber. Her channel is Kate's Book Date, and obviously I'll link that down below as well. But I've been following her channel for years. I have adored both of her poetry collections that she's released so far, and I did read her book that she released last year and I really liked it, but it was not my favorite. But I feel like this book is going to be more up my alley. It's like a new adult romance set in college, and it just sounds like it's going to be really good. And I read a little snippet that she sent out in her newsletter a while ago, and I was already hooked. So yeah, I bought this the other day, and I'm super excited to get to it. So hopefully I can get to it this month, but like 11 books is a lot. So we'll see. But anyway, here are all of the physical books on my TBR, except for the fact that 2 of these books are actually placeholder books. They're not the actual book. Yeah, here are all the physical books on my TBR. Can I do it? I don't know. Yeah, that's my April TBR / Linguathon TBR. Please let me know what books you're planning to read soon. If you've read any of the books I talked about, let me know your thoughts on them without spoilers, obviously, because I haven't read them yet. But yeah, that's all I've got for this video, so I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give a thumbs up. If you're new here, feel free to subscribe down below. I'll hopefully be uploading videos weekly now that I'm done with classes, but maybe don't hold me to that because I don't know at this point anymore. If you made it to the end of this video, leave me the like sparkle emoji down below because I just saw my lights and it reminded me. So yeah, leave me the like sparkle emoji down below or something to do with lights, you know? Yeah, let me know that you've been here to the end, or if you just don't know what to comment but want to comment that you've been here, let me know. Anyway, but yeah, see you very soon with another video. Bye. The readathon is taking part the death. And the last one, what book actually is it?